Greetings, family. Welcome and welcome back. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you tap that subscribe button on your way out and join the family. We would love to have you. If you've been here before, thank you so much for your never-ending love and support, your comments, your shares, your likes, all of your energy. You are loved and appreciated. Family, I have a very important message for you from the ancestors today, and I'm very excited about this message because we are tapping into your past life. We are tapping into your purpose, and who wouldn't be excited for that? So I just want to say, here's a disclaimer, a quick disclaimer. If the message does not fit, do not force it to fit. Okay, if the message resonates with you, please make sure that you tap that like button and drop a comment. Let us know how it resonates with you. This is a collective reading, so it may not fit for everyone. Okay, and this is why we don't force collective readings to fit. Now, if you want it to fit, if you want this reading to include your energy, the most important thing you could do is interact, engage with this video, like it, comment, okay? Get your energy in there, okay? Get your energy in the door. That's something that you can do. If you want a personal reading that reads your energy and your energy alone, you can tap the link in the description box to book that with me. I do personal readings. I am also a certified master life coach. So you can also book a session down below if you feel that you need help navigating through changes and upgrading your life and learning more about spirituality. I can assist you with that. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it. My beautiful, beautiful people. We're doing the Orisha deck today. And this deck is very intense. Okay. And so it's going to tell you the ins, the outs. I mean, the cards never lie, but the Orisha deck, I love it. I love it so much. I think this is probably my favorite deck. So we're starting off with this Two of Water card. The Two of Water is a card that speaks of harmony, happiness, love. It doesn't have to just be romantic love. This card also speaks about friendship, okay, or romantic, but it is ultimately a card of mutual understanding, spirituality, and tenderness. So tapping into your past life, this tells me that there is an individual that you lived multiple lives with, and this individual may have passed away in this lifetime, or maybe they never incarnated. Maybe they didn't reincarnate in this lifetime and you did. Either way, there is someone on the other side that is helping you. And you guys agreed for things to be this way. But you forgot. Because we got the Four of Earth here. And the Four of Earth here speaks of abundance. It speaks of being able to persevere and attaining the success that you had planned. And so, yeah, you and this individual agreed to this. They agreed to help you. So either way it went, whether it was, wow, and this moon is right in front of me. This moon is huge in front of me. Either way it went, whether it was that you lived the last lifetime together and you reincarnated and this person did not, or you guys may have been best friends in this lifetime, a couple. It could have been a family member that you were really close to and they passed away unexpectedly. They are walking with you. You guys both agreed for them to help guide you because somehow you ended up being the better fit to carry out this mission that needs to be carried. And so they are helping you to persevere from the other side. They are helping you to maintain order. They are helping you to attain success. And losing them or being here without them may be lonely at times. sometimes you may have a feeling of, and this is for some of you, not all of you, but you may have a feeling of like just feeling lonely and sad out of nowhere, and you're not sure why. You may feel like you're missing someone or missing something. It's this person. And like I said, a lot of you don't remember this person. If you didn't live this lifetime with them, it's like your soul is missing them, but they want you to know that they are with you. And so the Four of Earth also speaks about profits, okay, and reaching the top. And so you are meant to be wealthy in this lifetime. You are going to have every single thing that you need in order to thrive this lifetime, even if you may not be there yet, or maybe you don't feel like you're there yet, but you are. For some of you, it may be hard for you to attain, or it may seem challenging for you to attain a lump sum of money, right? Or you may feel like, okay, I get, you got a roof over your head, you got clothes on your back, and, things always seem to work out, but you feel like you want more. You're like, okay, where's my abundance of resources? Where's my abundance of money? So some of you aren't even realizing that even though it may not reflect in your bank account or your pockets, you don't go without. You have everything that you need to survive and thrive. And so that right there, that's success, whether you realize it or not. And so we have this X of Earth here. So these cards are in Roman numerals, and the X is the 10 for those of you who are not aware. So this is the 10 of Earth, and it came in reverse. So it speaks of excessive ambition. So yeah, that's you wanting more. You're just like, it may seem like it's never enough. You just want more, right? But it also speaks of a loss of a loved one. It speaks of an inheritance or a legacy. So yeah, for some of you, this individual passed away this lifetime. And so they left a legacy behind, and you may not even be aware of it. You are a part of that legacy. You are. And you are inheriting everything that you both agreed on. Your souls agreed to this. And so some of you may have went through not only a loss of this individual, you went through a loss of financial assets. Okay. You lost something. But the thing is, that was all planned, and that loss was to sit you down. That loss was to have you in a state of reflection, because they're trying to get your attention. And so it also speaks of disrespect to elders, right? And so it doesn't necessarily have to be elders. It could be ancestors. And that disrespect could just simply be the fact that you forgot. So you're not tapping into your spiritual abilities. You are not you haven't created an ancestral altar. You are not paying homage and respects and honor to the ones on the other side that are helping you. So it's like you're complaining about what you don't have and what you want, not realizing that, they're like, hey, you wanted the job and I got you that job you wanted. You wanted that car. I helped you get the car you wanted. So it's like, you're not even realizing that they are on the other side helping you to push these things along. So we got this fairies and sylphs card, okay? I want to briefly go over exactly what a sylph is defined as. A sylph is an elemental being that inhabits the air, is immortal and soulless. Sylphs can take on many forms, including light and clouds. So let me share something with you. I have tears in my eyes right now. So the other day I was looking up at the clouds, and I was just like, because we have to question everything that we have been taught, and I'm looking up at the clouds, and sometimes they just look so unreal, sometimes they just look so questionable, and I was just like, what if the clouds were spirits? Randomly, I'm just thinking that while I'm driving, and now we're coming across this word that speaks of these entities, these beings being able to transmute and take on the form of clouds and light. And we also just spoke earlier in the reading about the fact that our ancestors can shapeshift into birds, butterflies, dragonflies, all of the other living beings that inhabit this earth with us. Nothing is what we think it is, family. Question everything. So, in a sense, the Orishas would be considered sylphs because the Orishas embody the energy of the elements. For example, Shango, he is thunder and lightning. Oya, she is the wind. This is interesting. Let's keep going. On this card, there is a fairy who is surrounded by stars. There's a circle of stars going around her. And we should all know by now that the stars are a part of us. The stars are our ancestors, okay? The so-called stars. You got to remember who taught us these things, who taught us to label these things, who taught us what these things were. But if you pay attention, like in some movies, for example, The Lion King, they tell you Mufasa there's that scene with Mufasa where he's telling Simba that if you look up at the stars, you'll see our ancestors, the great kings, look down on us from those stars, right? So it's interesting. We got a fairy here with angel wings, and she's surrounded by stars, and she's standing on a cloud. She's floating, okay? And so this card is telling you that there is someone who is a fairy for you, so to speak. Some of you may have fairies around you, okay? Or it just may be an angel, like I said, an ancestor, someone on the other side. So it's someone who's an elder. It could be a mature man or woman. And they are sensible, melancholic. They're inspirational. This person may have been a poet, an artist, a teacher, a writer, a scientist, someone in one of those fields or a field similar to those fields. This individual has or had, you know them to have a fine character and strong conviction. This person was faithful and tender. Again, we speak of tender. So this person is compassionate. So despite you forgetting about them, they still have love for you. They are still helping you. They want the best for you. And some of you lost sight of this agreement that you two have, or that you two made with each other. Because now this is the thing. A large part of colonization, okay, is us forgetting who we are. We forgot that the birds are spirits. We forgot that the wind blowing is spirits talking to us. We forgot that the butterfly flying by us is a spirit. And so there was a time where butterflies would just land on us. Our energies were so pure. We didn't have fluoride in our water and chlorine in our water and red dyes 40 in our food and high fructose corn syrup. We didn't have none of those chemicals. We were not intaking any of those chemicals. So we were operating at a higher vibrational frequency. So yes, birds would land on our shoulders because those birds are our ancestors. Butterflies would land on us. Okay, the dragonflies would fly with us. If you guys ever saw the movie Pocahontas, okay, and I just want to say Disney contains a lot of truth. They use our stories and our traditional way of life, and they capitalize off of it while demonizing it to us. So with Pocahontas, I don't know if you remember, her best friend was the bird. That was her ancestor. All the animals loved her. They would surround her. The trees would talk to her. This is how we used to live. These spirits are our ancestors. Your spirit is really just your breath. And as you transition, your breath becomes a part of nature. In ancient Kemet, we had the Ka and the Ba, the two parts of the soul, or you could say the soul and the spirit. One part of the soul, which is the Ka, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the Ka, or it could be the Ba. But that part of your soul stayed here on earth. And that was the whole concept. That's the whole point of the ancestral altar. Because the altar is where we put water and food for our ancestors to come back, for us to show them, hey, we love you still. We're still taking care of you. We still honor you, right? And then the other part of the soul is the part that goes into higher consciousness. And that is also the part of us that can reincarnate. So, that part that goes into higher consciousness becomes a part of nature. And then that is why we also care for the other part, the Ka, so that we can show appreciation. Because when I'm here flipping these cards, it's our ancestors, Kas and Bas, that are helping me to get these messages. When you're in a life or death situation, right? For example, I was in a huge car accident, ran into a tree, totaled. Can't even believe I'm still alive, okay? That was the ancestors and the divine, of course, that helped to keep me alive. So, with this fairies and sylphs card, it speaks of someone's Ka or Ba being in your presence to help carry you. So that brings us to the 9 of water upright. The 9 of water speaks of prosperity and profits. Once again, it also speaks about in love, being in love, attracting the love that you want, or if you already have love, bringing that relationship to another level. And so that is what this spirit is helping you to achieve, that happiness, that prosperity, that abundance. And so you are harvesting the fruits of good sowing. And so although you have forgotten a lot, many of you live a pretty righteous lifestyle. You try to be kind, you try to help people. And so that is why they are able to carry you along. And so the mind goes hand in hand with the heart. There is no imbalance, right? And so many of you are balanced or learning to become balanced. You're finding the balance between your emotions and your mind. A lot of you are becoming more aware of your emotions as well, because your emotions are speaking to you. Your emotions are bringing you to some type of alertness so that your emotions are pretty much a message. When you feel happy, when you feel sad, it's something for you to pay attention to, but you're not supposed to be too attached to your emotions. And some of you are learning that. And so they want you to know that you are very close to complete happiness. If you're not there already, some of you are there already. And some of you are there, but you feel like something is missing. You are about to find that missing link. So we got the 4 of fire here upright. And the 4 of fire speaks of gratitude, being grateful and recognizing all the favors, recognizing all the help that you have from the other side, recognizing the cooperation that has been received. And it could be collectively or individually. And so, yeah, they want you to be grateful. They want you to show appreciation for their help. Some of them, they don't feel appreciated. And remember, there is unconditional love that they have for you. So they're still going to be by your side. But in order for them to help you find that missing link, you have to take the next step. You have to show them appreciation. For some of you, it's giving offering or ebo. Okay, in Yoruba it's called ebo. For some of you, it is setting up an altar. The best way to start with altar work is setting up an ancestor altar. And then from there, if you need to, level up to maybe becoming a part of a spiritual practice, then you can do that. But the best thing to do initially is to set up your ancestor altar. You always start your spiritual journey with your ancestor altar. If you need help with that, you can definitely book a session with me. The link will be in the description box below, and I will walk you through exactly how to do that. They're letting you know that beginning this journey of gratitude and showing attention and love to the people on the other side that are assisting you will gradually and systematically bring you prosperity, happiness, joy, peace, and fulfillment. And so for some of you, that is the missing link. For some of you, that's what you need to do in order to get to that place of feeling complete fulfillment. So that brings us to the Seven of Water upright. The Seven of Water upright speaks about, again, excessiveness, excessive fantasy, or selfishness. So yeah, just wanting, but not giving. So it says excessive fantasy or selfishness that leads you to ask a lot without giving much. So they're like, listen, you're not upholding, you're part of the bargain. I'm here helping you, and you haven't done anything to show appreciation. You just keep asking for things. For some of you, you just keep praying, bring me this, bring me that. But how are you giving? You got to remember that you give what you get. And that's just the way it works. That is the law of attraction. Actually, multiple laws of the universe speak of that. Whatever you put out is what will come back to you. So always keep that in mind. Don't ever ask for more than you give, because that may be the reason why you're not getting what you ask for, or you're not getting exactly what you ask for, right? So for example, a lot of you may be asking for financial abundance, right? And you may be getting money, but it may come in small doses, right? Or you may be asking for an improvement with your love life, and you may be meeting people, but it's not quite the one. So they're bringing you close, but you're not exactly there yet. So they're saying, do not ask what you cannot give, and do not promise what you are not sure to fulfill. So some of you may be praying like, please, if you bring me this, I'll stop doing this. Some of you may have even tried to make sacrifices like, okay, I'm going to stop smoking, I'm going to stop drinking, I'm going to stop spending so much money, but you're not, you're not keeping your word. And it also could be spiritual. Like you may have had an agreement with this person, with this individual, and again, you forgot. So you're not upholding your end of the bargain, whether it's intentional or unintentional. And so they're saying that a lot of your illusions, a lot of things that you want fade away. Illusions fade away as a result of selfishness, spiritual persecution, blackish aura, attacked astral body. So it goes like this. You have to give in order to receive. And some of you are blocked from receiving any more wealth for the simple fact that you have not been giving as much as you are asking to receive. You have not been showing gratitude. Gratitude is very important. Gratitude is the hidden key to success. Because when you can be grateful and when you can give in return, you should expect to receive even more. So every time you receive something that you may have wanted, why don't you give something, okay? Go to the beach and put some fruits, give some fruits to your moja, okay? Make a plate of food for your ancestors and put it to the side with a candle and a clear glass of water on your altar, right? Like these little things are a way to give. And so you will attract more of receiving. And so we got the 8 of fire here in reverse. And the 8 of fire, on this card, there is a volcano that is erupting, okay? But being that it's in reverse, it speaks of the explosion stopping, like things being at a standstill. And so for some of you, you may feel like you're at a standstill. You may feel like you're having a hard time manifesting, but they want you to know that although things may seem to be at a standstill, that is not the case. There is just simply a delay or instability, a period of rest, calmness, deceleration. Okay? And that goes with what I was saying to you earlier. For some of you, you may have lost something, and it was really just to sit you down and put you in a place of reflection so that you could be grateful for the things that you have. Because you know what they say, right? You don't know what you got till it's gone. I'm hearing that song. Oh, you don't seem to know when you don't know what you got till it's gone. And so that's exactly what it is. They had to take something away for you to sit that ass down so you could be like, okay, wait, hold on, you know, so that you could change up and analyze the way you think. And they wanted your attention. That's really how it is. And from our human mind, we may not understand it. We may be like, well, damn, you know, why? But in reality, how else can they communicate with us if we're just on the go and we're so caught up in the material world? How else can they sit you down? How else can they get your attention? Some of you are even having dreams and you're not even able to interpret them dreams. You know, they're trying to communicate with you through your dreams, your angel numbers, animals, and you're just missing everything. So they have to take something away to sit you down, to get you in a place of stillness. So now they can communicate with you. So that's what's happening for a lot of you, okay? And then we got Shango here. We got Shango. So first of all, let me finish with this 8 of fire. So with this 8 of fire, they want you to know that after this period of stillness and calmness comes the wealth, okay? Once you start to tap more into this spiritual world and show gratitude to your spiritual team that is assisting you on the other side, that is when you will experience abundance and wealth. So we got Shango, we got Baba Shango here. Baba means father or papa in Yoruba language. So this Shango card speaks of delays, once again, inconveniences, problems being present, lack of balance, unjust measures, inconvenient resolutions. So yeah, some of you are experiencing delays, okay? And this is the reason, and I think I say this pretty often, the reason is that you're lacking balance. There must be a balance between the physical world and the spiritual world. Some of you are too deeply invested into the matrix. You're needing balance. Like, let me give you an example of what this balance should look like, okay? This balance should be, when I wake up at sunrise, I meditate and I tend to my altar. I put some fresh water, maybe light a candle. I sit and I talk to my ancestors. I talk to my Ori. Your Ori is your higher self, right? And I do all that before I go to work and school. So I'm finding a way to make time, or I do that when I get home from work or school, right? I'm finding a way to make time for my spirituality. I'm meditating and I'm doing these things consistently. That is what balance looks like, because we are in this world. We are not of it. We are in this world. We are not of it. Shango also speaks of balance and justice, fairness, equality. So again, You can only receive as much as you give. He speaks of examinations, seminars, courses, conventions. So this could be physical. You guys can be attending some type of retreat, right? Seminars and courses to learn how to tap more into the spiritual world. Or it could also be an examination and judgment from the spiritual world. They're looking at you like, okay, do you deserve what you're asking for? Okay? And so, like the concept of truth, justice does not always agree with what people may sometimes consider to be fair or true. That's just the reality of it. It's what is deserved. You may not think it's fair, but it's what is deserved. And so it's saying to reach a certain level of fulfillment, you must set aside personal interests, selfishness, because we only have knowledge of a concept when we are able to define it, and when the definition raises no objection. So when you are able to give without questioning, when you are able to tap into your spiritual realm, tend to your altar without feeling crazy, talk to your ancestors without feeling like you're going nuts, okay, that's when you have reached another level, and that's when you will attain, that's when you will attract another level of abundance as well. But in order for you to reach this status, in order for you to reach this level, you will need to search for knowledge and truth. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And so it requires reflection. Truth must be your goal. A lot of times I've heard people ask the question, well, why didn't your ancestors save you from your enslavement? Why didn't your God save you? Why didn't? The thing is, in order to conquer a people, you need to take away their livelihood. And a huge part of our livelihood has always been our spirituality. And so they burned down our temples. They took all of our artifacts, our statues, everything that we had, our altars, our shrines. They ruined it. And then they tortured us for participating. We found ways to create our own little memorials for our ancestors. We found ways to create little trinkets and things that will connect us back to the spiritual world. And they found a way to take that away from us as well. And if we were caught partaking in our traditional spiritual practices, we were literally tortured. Some of us burnt alive in front of the others. And so that instilled fear into us. And so that's why you see a lot of Catholic saints being linked to the Orishas. A lot of Catholic saints are linked to our deities because our ancestors had to hide their spiritual beliefs. And so I said that to say that in order for our ancestors and our spiritual team on the other side to help us push certain things along, we have to summons them. We have to call on them. They cannot interfere without us asking them for help. We have to ask for their help. And so look at it like trading, okay? So back in the day, our barter system wasn't money. It was like gold and silver coins, fruits, vegetables, crops, things of that nature, right? So it's like, if I come to you and I say, hey, can I have that corn? You're like, okay, well, what you got? What you about to give me? Air? You gotta bring something to get something, okay? So again, some of you may need to do some offerings. Some of you may need to do some ebo. That is what is going to be the key to open certain doors that are locked for you right now. Again, if you need assistance with that, you can definitely book a session with me. That link is going to be in the description box. If you need more insight, if you want me to go deeper into this energy for you, you can book a personal reading. That link will also be in the description box. Let's see what card closes this reading. So we got Yemoja. We got Yeye, Yemoja. Yeye means mother in Yoruba, okay? So we got Yeye, Yemoja. In reverse, and this card speaks of someone that is higher up than us, someone from the spiritual realm to whom we should apologize. So someone is upset. Someone on our spirit team is feeling abandoned and left out. This is what has caused this loss, a loss of property and assets, some type of physical disturbances also. It's funny that we spoke about Yemoja earlier, and now Yemoja is coming out. So, like I was saying to some of you, when you go to the beach, bring some fruits. Yemoja loves watermelons, grapes. She loves like watery fruits, water-based fruits, okay? So, passion fruit, dragon fruit, mangoes, apples, those types of things. She'll even take bananas. She loves fruit. So when you go to the beach, bring some fruit with you. Kiss the fruit and put the fruit in the water. Say some words to Yemoja and put the fruit in the water. Because once you do this, once you start to do these offerings, the Yemoja card speaks of pregnancy and childbirth. So some of you who want to conceive some of you who may want to conceive but are having a hard time will be able to conceive. This may be also conceiving ideas, okay? New ideas and knowledge. Many of you will be getting married. Many of you will be getting engaged. Some of you have been looking for love for a long time or trying to attract love for a long time, and you're having a hard time with that. This blockage will be cleared as well. You will meet your divine feminine or divine masculine. The Yemoja card also speaks of wealth and material comfort. So money blockages will be cleared as well. So yeah, this is what's causing the blockages. This is exactly what is causing the blockages. You have to tap more into your spiritual. You have to show love to your spiritual family, okay? They are helping you. And also many of you are meant to be a humanitarian. Many of you are a humanitarian already, but if you're not, you may be meant to be a humanitarian. That may have been a part of the agreement. That may have been the reason. Actually, yes, that is the reason. Ooh, I just got chills and I'm hot. I got chills, but I'm hot. So weird. So I'm getting a message. For some of you, that is the reason why you were the one that was chosen to incarnate. Because you are meant to be a humanitarian. You have highly developed social and humanitarian principles. You have gifts. And so once you start to tap more into the spiritual realm, you will be able to unlock these gifts. And unlocking these gifts will unlock the doors of abundance, success, happiness, love, everything that you've been waiting for. The moon card in the Orisha deck, when it comes out in reverse, speaks of disillusionment, underestimation, distorted thinking, difficult or hindered talk. So a lot of you are standing in your own way. A lot of you don't feel like you have the power to carry this out. A lot of you are doubting yourself. It also speaks of lack of communication. So again, they want you to communicate with them. You know, I'm hearing, come and talk to me. Oh my God. They want you to talk to them, okay? They want you to communicate with them. Stop being afraid. Stop being scared, because they got the answers for you. That was the agreement. All right, bet. You're going to go and you're going to incarnate and you're going to do XYZ. And I'm going to be in the background helping you to carry out XYZ. I'm seeing like a stage. Like, you know how somebody on stage who is in the middle of a performance, they have like a microphone, like a small microphone in their ears, and there's someone backstage telling them what to do or reminding them of where they should be or giving them updates. That's exactly what this is. That is exactly what this is. And sometimes a lot of you may have certain thoughts and images in your mind, and you don't know where it comes from. That's them. They are trying to show you things. They cannot communicate with us the way that we communicate with each other. Okay? Because first of all, if they did, either A, you wouldn't understand them, or B, it would freak you the hell out. You would lose your mind, or you would think that you're losing your mind. So start paying attention to everything that I mentioned in this reading. Everything that I mentioned in all of the readings. So that brings us to the last card of closing this reading, the 5 of Water in reverse. And this card speaks of a possibility of holding on to a new hope. So there is hope for you. This card speaks of hope. So there is hope for you. But it also says that perhaps nature pities you. So they feel bad for you. You know, they're watching you cry. They're watching you in this state of chaos. A lot of you are in a place of chaos, trying to figure out which way to go. A lot of you, even if it's not chaos, it's a place of confusion, and they want to help you. And so it says the tree that you once cut down will start to grow again and develop new branches. I feel like in reality, this is a tree that we did not cut down ourselves. This is a tree that has been cut down. We have been cut off from our source, our traditional spiritual source. We have been cut off from that source. And I feel like that is what this card speaks of when it speaks of, and I feel like that is what the guidebook speaks of when they talk about a tree that was cut down. And so we are starting to reconnect with that source. And that source is going to give us the power that we need, not only to change our lives, but to change the world. And so now we're currently in murky waters, muddy waters, swamp water, swampland. And so they're saying that we will be carried up out of that and brought to fresh water. Water brings life. Water brings growth and rebirth. Many of you will be connecting with a new group of people. Many of you will be meeting your soul tribe as well. Once you start to tap into this higher level of spirituality, many of you will begin to meet new people who are on the same journey, and that can meet you where you're at. You will begin to meet more like-minded individuals, and for many of you, that's where you'll be meeting your divine masculine or your divine feminine. For many of you, this is the reason why you have not yet met them, because you have not gotten to a level to where you are in alignment with them. So yeah, you'll be meeting your soul tribe. You'll be bringing in abundance and love and all of these amazing things. Just tap into your spirituality. Don't forget, we are spirits having a human experience, not the other way around, okay? That is all I have for you today, my loves. Again, everything you need from me is located in the description box below. You can book me. You can also donate to the channel. You can also purchase all natural hair care and skincare products, which are handcrafted by me. If this reading resonated with you, please make sure you tap that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, peace and oneness.